skeletons speak with such a screech. You'll shake and shudder in surprise when you hear these zombies shriek. Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine. Shrieking skulls will shock your soul and seal your doom tonight. Spooky, scary skeletons.
Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Blood Talk. Today we're going to be talking about the Elves in the Dark World series. Now, I feel like I talked about this before, but apparently I didn't when I checked my playlist, so yeah. So my elves are, they're notorious for my elves are notorious for starting trouble, especially, I don't talk about all of the elves in my world, but I do talk about the Etrian elves in the book, which is a certain, not breed or race, but a certain kind of elf. There are different elf clans, I suppose, and they all live together and congregate together and share ideals, more so to speak, than based on skin color or anything. But that said, all of the elves in that show up in the book, the Etrian elves, they are all white and platinum blonde haired, and some have orange eyes, some have brown eyes, but it denotes their ranking. Those are my elves. I love them for how much everybody hates them, or not everybody, how much the vampires hate them, because you only ever see in the first book the vampire side of it, because you learn that in the beginning, I won't spoil it for anyone, but you learn that the elves did something that Dracula did not like, and he banished them, basically. So that was the thing that I really wanted to expand on when I continued the series, and I'm glad I did. Now, with all the books out, I'm glad I did expand on it, because I was really eager to get out from under the vampires and the werewolves and the elite creatures and get to the other dark creatures that mattered to me, like the enchanters and the elves. They matter to me in the terms of how the world works with all these creatures living together and striving together, and they all want their power back, or they want to be free of the vampires and the werewolves. Now, it wasn't until, I believe, book 5 or 4 that I really expanded upon the elves' magic system. They take magic, which I think I talked about this before in another video. The Etrian elves take magic, or all the elves take magic from the earth, the ground, and through that end they are vegetarian. They do not believe in harming other creatures. It just made sense for me to do this because they are very ethereal, earthy creatures who they know how sacred the earth is, and they don't want to, since they take their magic from the earth and the particles and everything, they don't want to ruin what is already there. And to them, the vampires are a huge abomination to that. To them, the vampires are the exact opposite of that, and they even think that the enchanters they even think that the enchanters are horrible creatures. Not horrible. They think that the enchanters are wrong in their use of magic, even though the elves were the ones that taught one of the ancient elders magic, and he took it, and the elves taught the ancient elder a magic in a way that they thought would make it impure, because they didn't want to give the humans who wanted to learn about magic their real magic. They wanted to give them something that they thought was baser, and then to that end they taught them how to take magic from themselves and use it. And I left it really open so that you don't really know if it's not really decided which one is stronger. El Nin is the magic of the elves. You don't really know if El Nin is stronger than the magic that the enchanters use from their bodies, but the enchanters have been seen shooting lightning from their fingertips, flying, and shooting fire from their fingertips, and just being everything I wanted Harry Potter wizards to be. And the elves, you don't really ever see that, but the Etrian elves have been in captivity, and they have been locked down for the majority of the series. So by the time they are now free. In this last book I'm writing, you're actually going to be able to see them at their best, and you get to see that what their part of the world was before they were locked up. So I really like writing about them, because I don't like writing characters that are all perfect. If you notice, if you're reading the book, every single character has a flaw. Everybody thinks that their worldview is the correct one. So whenever I'm writing, I base it off of whoever the character's point of view is talking at that moment. That's what I base it off of. So I write with the intention to show that the character that is telling the story at that moment feels that their story is the most important, and that's the fuel for everyone. Everyone is trying to get different things, and that's what makes it chaotic in a sense, but that's also why I love it, because you wouldn't have an epic fantasy without all these players on the board. And my elves are definitely players, and I'm very happy to finally show the readers and myself and the other creatures just what my elves can do. So I'm very happy for them. I'm very happy that I'm able to continue writing my series, and I'm very happy that everyone's reading them, and I'm very happy that there's so much interest in them, and I hope this continues. And I'm really happy, and I just really love the elves, and I didn't really work out like a magic system. I make up everything on the fly as of now. I write stuff down, yes, because I have to after writing 6 books in the same world, but I never have like I don't have a magic system. It's very loose in a sense, so it's loose. It's not like I go back and I remember what certain spells are, like certain things, but I'm making it up as I go. And I know that's terrible, but I was 16 when I started it, and I don't really have any interest in going back and trying to do this all over again and making it a more cohesive one. I'll just make the next one have a magic system and crazy world building and everything. But I'm a very character-driven author, so the character moves the plot, is my opinion. So yeah, this was the Elves of the Dark World. I know it was very, very brief in a sense, but I don't really have anything else to talk about. Yeah, oh, if you're noticing, I'm wearing my new shirt. The vampires just want to drink blood. The link is down below in the bio, and I am also having new necklaces made. I'm making them myself. I am making new necklaces for those that want one. And the vampire I have in my necklace now is Eleanor Black. There's a bunch of other pictures I posted on Twitter, I posted on Patreon, and they will be made in the coming weeks. I'm going to be working non-stop this weekend to get my other necklaces out to the people that have bought my book, because that is such a cool thing, and I just wanted to say thank you in my own way. So this was the Elves of the Dark World. I hope you got some sense of them, and I hope you enjoy them, or you enjoy my stories, and I will do another Blood Talk video, I believe, next week. I don't know on what. Let me know in the comments what you want to know about, what creatures you want to talk about, or any of my other books, any short stories, anything. You want to talk about another author, I'm happy to do that. Blood Talk is my writing vlog. When it's in video form, it's my writing blog on my website, so I talk all about writing and the process for myself on Patreon and on scparis.net and here. So this was Blood Talk with Blood and Love. I am Essie Paris. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!